Okay, this is a quick demo of my new game Dungeon Sprint. It's basically um, sort of an old school uh, roguelike RPG, pretty light on the RPG, mostly like a hack and slash dungeon crawl, but more streamlined. If you've played other roguelikes, they have ASCII graphics and just shitty interfaces and crappy inventory systems. What I've done is basically sort of streamline gameplay to make it suck less. So I'm just going to do like a quick basic demonstration of how the game works. Um, the You can change the name to whatever you want, but it assigns a random name to begin with in case you don't give a shit about naming some guy that's going to die anyway. Um, you can choose your gender, race, and your class. That's pretty much it as far as character generation goes. Um, but for the purposes of this demo, I'm just gonna run with a default human male warrior. Um, Controls are pretty simple. WAS and D to move, and the mouse is used to for ranged and magical attacks. Melee is done by just trying to move into enemies. Q and E are bash and pick. So if you come to a chest or a locked door, you can use the Q or the E key depending on what you want to do. Bashing the chests, you'll wind up with less loot, so it's usually better to pick them. Um, the inventory system's pretty simple. Right click to pick up and drop, and then if you have something that you can consume, like a consumable like this dry bread here, or something that's equipable, you just left click on it to equip or unequip it. So there I just equipped that club. Some foods are dangerous, like this maggot pie for a human will probably get sick if he eats it. I mean, there's a chance that it'll work. And down here is hunger, food, and thirst. Hunger, fatigue, and thirst. So that'll accumulate throughout play, and there are places to get water, and you'll find food. Also, you have to rest after if you've been alive long enough to have to rest. Starts off kind of easy, but it can get tougher. Uh, didn't really luck out and find a torch or anything. There is a torch. Okay. Torches and lanterns will help you see better. Some of the races can see in the dark, so they'll. I just did that for the XP. Um, they'll have a better field of vision and be able to see things a little better. Walking around in the dark, especially if you're a ranged character, is pretty terrible. So I just killed another humanoid NPC, so I got all his stuff. I don't need that anymore. Um, this is just a straight warrior, doesn't have any other skills or spells or anything, just basically gonna move into the enemies and try and kill them. I won't say how deep the dungeon goes, but there's quite a few levels. It'll take a good deal of skill and luck to get all the way to the bottom, but it's possible. You're gonna die trying a lot, but it can be done. Um, anyway, pretty much done with one floor here. Um, and I've leveled up once. There's my hunger. thirst and fatigue have moved a little bit. I can probably rest now. It's no real point in resting right now. It just made me hungry and thirstier. Um, you will heal over time, but slowly. And it gets exponentially more difficult as you go deeper into the dungeon. As you can see, I'm ready to get my ass kicked a little bit just here on floor 2. Your character will throw rocks until he's able to get a hold of a decent ranged weapon. But there's another torch. But that's essentially it. I'll go till I'm dead here. I seem to be doing all right, really. I didn't expect to live this long. Oops. Occasionally monsters will drop food and other not very impressive items. If you see an item on a humanoid creature, though, they will drop it. It's what you see is what you get. Loot drop system. So if you see a guy with a sword, you'll get his sword. So that's basically it. There's a lot to the game. It's simple on the surface, but there's a lot of in-depth strategies involved with the different class and race combinations. Really, it's also still in development. I mean, this is just my first beta version of it, and I'm probably going to add a lot more content to it. So that's basically it. Hope you like it.